Okay, continuing with the class because of unstable connection. We went off, now we are back again. And I was explaining you about accounting equation in which assets are equal to the sum of liabilities and capital. Assets are equal to the sum of liabilities and capital. Is it clear to everyone? Are you getting my voice? Yes, okay. So I will be telling you, giving you some tips regarding how to solve a question which is uh, based on accounting equation. While doing accounting equation, make sure that certain points you need to take care of in each and every transaction which you do. In each and every transaction which you do, both sides should remain same. Both the sides should remain same. And if you want to keep two sides equal, you have to add same amount on both sides. Sahiba, is it clear? If you want to keep two sides equal, you have to add same amount on both the sides like this. Then only the sides will be equal. If I add 10 rupees this side, I must add 10 rupees this side also to make two sides equal. If I subtract 10 rupees from another side, I must also subtract 10 from the other side to make them equal. These are two methods. To keep the two sides, left hand side and right hand side, equal. To add the same amount on both the sides, asset side and liability side, or to subtract the same amount from both the sides. That is also one method. The third method is add and subtract the same amount from one side only, either from the asset side or from the liability side. Either you add and subtract same amount on the asset side, or you subtract and add same amount on the liability side. 5,000 added and subtracted, 5,000 subtracted also from the same side. So there will be no effect on the total of both the sides. The total of both the sides still remains same. Jasanjeet and Vishal, turn on your camera. So to keep them equal, these three methods can be applied. These three tips can be applied in all the transactions. Either of these three tips can be used. Now, whenever business is started, it will start with some cash balance or maybe bank balance, some stock or some assets like furniture, like motor vehicle, or you can say some other asset like typewriter or computer, right? So a question starts with asset side, mainly cash, stock, etc. And whatever is invested in the business at the beginning, Whatever is invested in the business at the beginning is termed as capital. So the same amount will be added to capital. 2 lakh cash and 50,000 for stock. Stock means goods will be added in the capital. Both sides becomes equal. Varun, can you see? 2 lakh plus 50,000, 2 lakh 50,000 becomes 2 lakh 50,000. Both sides are
Yes, sir.
equal because we have added same amount on both sides. This is transaction number 1. Now, I will give you some general transactions which can be used to solve the question. Any sort of income received, I will give you the explanation also. You can note down any sort of income received. Income received can be rent received, commission received, interest received, dividend received, any income received. Income, any sort of income received will be added in cash
Cash.
and will be added in capital, right? Any sort of income received will be added in cash and will be added in capital on both the sides. Therefore, both the sides will remain same. This is tip number 2. Number 3, point number 3. Any sort of expense, any sort of expense, expense on salary, wages, rent, commission, carriage, insurance, or any sort of expense in the case of goods or loss by fire, loss by theft, loss by leakage, any sort of loss of stock will be subtracted from stock. Any sort of expenses paid will be subtracted from expenses and will also be subtracted from capital, will also be subtracted from capital. Why? Because all the expenses and losses will be borne by the proprietor. This capital account represents proprietor, the owner of the firm, because he takes all the profit of the firm. We add all the income to proprietor's account. He should also bear all the losses and expenses of the firm. All the expenses of the firm are mandatory, regular expenses, which are very, very important for a firm to continue, for a firm to maintain its earning capacity. These expenses are borne by the firm these expenses are incurred by the firm to generate revenue. For revenue generation, these expenses are made and these are very important and necessary for the firm. Therefore, these are borne by the proprietor. So they will be subtracted from capital. all the expenses will be subtracted from capital and all the expenses will be subtracted from cash and the concerned asset. If the furniture is damaged, we will subtract from furniture and we will subtract from capital. If the goods are stolen, we will subtract from stock and we will subtract from capital. If the motor vehicle, car, bike, whatever it is, damaged or some accident has taken place, even if you have claimed it, from the insurance company, need not mention, it should also be subtracted from the concerned asset. The concerned asset is reduced and capital also will be reduced by the amount of loss or the expense. 3 points. Point number 4, depreciation is also a loss. Depreciation will also be subtracted from capital and the concerned asset. Whatever asset is depreciated, we will subtract the depreciation from that asset and we will also subtract it from the capital, because this loss will also be borne by the proprietor. Two very important one. Interest on capital and interest on drawing, IOC. Interest on capital and interest on drawing, both will be subtracted and added only in capital. I will explain you why it is so. Ansika Bhatia, what is interest on capital for the firm? Is it an expense or is it an income? Interest on capital. Ansika Bhatia, what is interest on capital for the firm? Ansika is not getting the voice. Ansika Arora. Sahiba, are you getting the voice? Sahiba, what is interest on capital for the firm? Or anybody who knows? Is it an expense or is it an income for the firm? Interest on capital. Interest on capital is an expense for the firm. Interest on capital is an expense for the firm. It is to be paid to the proprietor. It is to be paid to the proprietor, the owner of the firm, because he has invested the capital in the business and business is paying back interest on capital. Because interest on capital is to be paid to the proprietor, it will be an income for him. So it should be added in capital. At the same time, for the business, it is an expense. So it should be subtracted also from the capital. We have to pay it to the proprietor, and also it is to be borne by the proprietor as an expense. So we do not pay anything in cash. We do not pay anything in cash. Rather, we subtract the amount from the proprietor's account and also we add it in his account, thereby making no difference on both the sides. Thereby making no difference on both the sides. Same is the case with interest on drawing, which is an income for the firm. Because if proprietor withdraws some money from the firm, he has to pay interest on it. So when proprietor pays interest, it is an income for the firm. It should be added to the capital. Incomes are added to the capital. And because proprietor has to pay it, it will be subtracted from his capital only. Therefore, add and subtract interest on drawing in capital only. If interest on drawing is rupees 5,000, you will show like this. Plus minus 5,000. Plus minus 5,000 means 5,000 is added also and 5,000 is subtracted also in the capital, and no change in both the sides of accounting equation. This should be kept in mind. Because there is a lot of problem today in the connection. There is a lot of instability in the connection. So we will wind up the class here. I will send another video also, another video of accounting equation with special transactions. You can watch it and revise for your exam. Okay. Even if by today your notebooks are not checked, please submit them for correction and take admit card before 15th. 15th is the last date. Take the admit card from me. Okay. Thank you. God bless all of you.